Hi everyone, this is Professor Benjamin, and the purpose of this video is to walk you through the political geography assignment for this session. We're going to cover political geography in this session, and gerrymandering is a huge part of political geography. So the objective of this assignment is for students to understand the term gerrymandering and how the redrawing of legislative boundaries can be used to benefit party power. This is definitely a hot topic. The Supreme Court in the June of 2019, actually late June of 2019, decided that they would not be involved in gerrymandering cases. Rather, they're going to leave it to the state governments to do so. So that was a huge Supreme Court ruling in the favor of the redistricting, the allowing of the redistricting of different counties and states to be able to have political power. So this is a big deal for the Supreme Court to say that if it doesn't fall to them, it falls to the rights of each state. So you've actually seen, especially in Pennsylvania, a huge fight on gerrymandering and how these political boundary lines are drawn. So if you're not sure what gerrymandering is and you have no idea what I'm talking about, we're going to play a game in this assignment in order to teach you what that means, what gerrymandering means, and how we can draw political boundaries to get the more voters so that we can then have more seats in the House of Representatives. Okay, so here we go. So the directions for this assignment are to read about the electrical geography in your text under Chapter 12, and then you're going to play this game, the redistricting game. And then you're going to answer these questions. So there's a part 1, which are questions here, and you can answer this assignment does not need to be an essay format. It can be the question and then you type the answer below it. So just so you know, okay? Part 2 deals with partisan gerrymandering. So the fundamentals, you got to understand what gerrymandering is first. Then you understand what partisan gerrymandering is. Then you're going to explain bipartisan gerrymandering. And then the last part is how we redistrict. And so you're going to, how has the Voting Rights Act of 1965 impacted redistricting? And then you're going to have a mini essay. So the mini essay needs to be at least 300 words. It has to have paragraphs. It has to have sources. So you can use the game as a source, but there's also, I'm going to show you a couple other sources that are out there. There's tons of sources out there, news articles, etc., on gerrymandering and how it has impacted rights as citizens and voters. Okay, so that is the whole gist of the assignment. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to the website of the redistricting game. So I've kind of loaded it here, and here's the redistricting game. So this game is awesome because it gives you a really good sense of how we redistrict boundaries to meet certain goals. And you'll see that how we kind of go about it. So right here you can watch this video, which I highly suggest that you do. So you watch the video, you read over here. There's a lot of educational material over here that'll give you some background if you're not sure what the redistricting game is and how it works. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to play the game, and there's different missions here, and of course there's a basic, advanced, learn more, and quotes. So I want you to make sure you click through each one of those under each mission in order to find the answers to the questions. So a lot of times I get questions from students, what does packing and cracking mean? Well, those terms are actually discussed under learn more. So you'll be able to hit learn more, and here's exactly what packing and cracking is, and then there's additional links on what that means. So there's a lot of resources that are available in this game that are going to help you answer the questions that are posed in the assignment. So mission 1, learn about the basics of redistricting, in the state of Jefferson. So this is just a fictitious state that we have created so that we can do this. Oh, I need to have my flash. Unfortunately, I don't. Do I have it on here? Oh my goodness. I bet you I don't have. Let me just unblock my flash real quick. Okay, so I got my flash working and we're back again. And so what I'm going to do is just walk you through the first basic one just so you have an idea of what we're doing here, and then you can, of course, complete this assignment on your own. So the government is too big and too important to be left out to politicians, and what we're going to do is here. So they give us specific missions here, and we want to try and accomplish these missions by redrawing the line to meet what we need. So right here, population equality, so you can click basic, it's fine. And you can choose your party. What party do you want to choose? I'll say I'm a Republican. And here is your mission. There's Libby Rawl and Connor Servative. You are your state's redistricting consultant. You work with the Republican Party, which controls the state legislature. Follow your party's head's instructions and redraw the district map. So I'm just going to briefly show you what to do. So here we go. It gives you a mission. Create population equality between 640,000 and 650,000 people per district. So here are my districts here. And what I need to do is drag and move these lines to be able to do that. So I'm going to hit play, and here it is. So this is going to tell me how big the population is. And remember, I want to make sure I try and get between 640 and 650,000 in each district. So what I want to do is, of course, make one district smaller and make one district bigger. So I could do this. I can either drag and, whoops. So just see how I'm doing this. I'm going into his district, and you can see the little dots for the Republicans and the Democrats. So I'm just trying to make sure that I have the right population. You can see he's angry, but this guy is not angry. I mean, this woman is not angry. This politician is not angry. So I want to do this. I'm close, but I'm not close. And let's see here. There we go. So I've now got a green dot here. Did you notice that? And so I want to make sure that I'm within that. So he's got to lose a little bit more people. So I'm going to actually draw this guy up here. I want to make sure I try and get green dots, right? So I'm going to play this game a little bit. And I'm just going to keep dragging and dropping until I reach and accomplish the goal. So this guy now is should be close, right? So this guy we want, how dare you cut my home. I don't have population equality, 640 to 650,000 people. So I need to get rid of 3,000 more people on his side. So let's see, maybe I could just draw a little, I can take this up this way a little bit. So do you see how I'm kind of just playing this game a little bit so that I can meet my goal? And so I went a little too far with that, so I need to draw back. He needs to get his little population back a little bit. So there you go. Now I have 2 green dots, right? So I need to continue to manipulate the data in order to get everyone to have between 640 and 650,000 people. And so you could play this game. So this is really how redistricting works. So people just kind of redraw these boundaries. They can make actually little pockets within other people's boundaries so they can get the voters that they want. It's really crazy how it all works. So that's kind of just gives you an idea of how to play the missions. So back to the assignment. So you're going to take a look at the assignment and you're going to read the questions, and then you're going to find the information. A lot of the information, of course, is around under Learn More. So you can find out more information under each of these. All of the information that you need to answer the questions is found in the game. So I don't want to see sources outside of the game to answer these, the fundamentals, partisan gerrymandering, bipartisan gerrymandering, and redistricting. This is where you'll need some outside sources. So the bottom is really where you're going to need outside sources. And if you see, each one of these parts lines up with a mission. So if you're looking for information on part 1, then you probably want to go to mission 1. Okay. Part 2 is partisan gerrymandering. Part 3 is bipartisan. And then mission 4 is Voting Rights Act. So each part of these relates to each one of the missions. So spend some time reading information, playing the game. And then what I want you to do is I want you to make sure that and then of course we have mission 5, reform, which is what we could do to solve it. And you can use that information on that final question here on redistricting. So please make sure that you play the game and make sure that you answer the questions in detail. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, but all of this information can be found in the game. The only place that you're probably going to need outside sources is here on this mini essay. I look forward to your assignments that are due, and I hope that you learn a lot about gerrymandering by playing a video game. It definitely helps a lot of people understand the term, because you're actually manipulating the data the way that a politician would manipulate the data in order to achieve the results that you need for your party's success. Again, if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out.